Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Sterling Channel 19 as we are back here in the gymnasium getting ready for some girls volleyball, and they are ready to take on Delran Bears. It's a very great game here today in the gymnasium between two teams who have made it to this playoff spot. Taking a look at the bracket for this year, Cedar Creek getting the 1 seed, and then Timber Creek and Oak Crest battling it out as the 8 and 9. Cinnaminson versus Lacey is the 5 and the 12. And then Sterling in the same spot as the boys and girls soccer team in that 4 seed going against number 13 Delran. And then it is Seneca versus Salem Tech, Pleasantville versus Barnegat, who is the 6th seed, Absegami versus Middle Township, and Pinelands got the bye as the 2 seed. So taking a look at the game matchup today, Sterling, this is their first playoff game under first-year head coach Christine Brennan. They're 16-5 and 9-1 in the BSCL Liberty Division. They won the Liberty Conference this year. Much help with sophomore Ariana Margarin, who had 152 kills, 155 digs, 152 service points, and 56 aces. Senior Johanna Dunnings with 134 digs, 270 assists, 194 service points. Senior Danica Zane, who is the libero for tonight's matchup, at 173 digs, which leads the team. And senior McKenna Fosbender, the pillar in the middle, as I always like to say, 39 kills, 21 blocks, 169 service points, and 42 aces. And as for Delran, 2-18 on the season. Not a lot of statistics on their side, but nevertheless should be expecting a really great game today right after the boys soccer game that we just covered outside. And thank you all for joining us here on Sterling Channel 19. I'm Daniel Leakin, joined by Max Zubak here in the gymnasium, in the bleachers with this one camera setup. And I mean, Max, pretty excited for this game today as girls volleyball looks to start their playoff run with a win.
While we're in the away game setup, it does not feel like an away game in here. We've got plenty of people out to support for the playoff run, and I think it's very well deserved. It's a great season under first-time head coach, and I think it's been a very good impression throughout the year. And I expect a very good game out of this volleyball team. They've had a very good composition throughout, good timing with their substitutions, and a lot of people have been good from the jump. A lot of these people getting a lot of aces comes from very good long runs where they feel like the Knights have been better at than most teams, keeping possession, keeping the serve to themselves.
So the team breaks the huddle. Again, Daniel Leak and Max Zubak here on the call. We have Casey Luna on the camera for this one camera shoot between this big game for these two teams. Both teams looking to get the playoffs started with a positive note as they go to say good luck in the middle. Literally say good luck in the middle. Sterling definitely excited to get this game started. A lot of hype around this team as the year has went on. The team's just gotten better. And really, that sophomore Ariana Margarin, really the pioneer of all this excitement. Someone who wasn't in the school, a transfer from Peru, and has really just put a jaw-dropping performance every time we see her. Yeah,
it's been a very good season for her, and I do not expect anything less. She's done very well game after game. She's gotten a lot more comfortable in this formation, in the setup that this team has. And I've been very excited to watch her, game after game and get to broadcast. She's a very entertaining player, and I'm excited to see what she can do today.
So just getting started here. Looks like Delran's going to start with the serve. It's going to be Kennedy Vennard, one of the freshmen here for Delran, going to serve it first against this high-powered Lady Knights team. 4 seniors, the rest juniors and sophomores who have really came a long way through the season, and we are off here with the first serve of the set. This one hit up to Dunnings. Dunnings is going to try and do a surprise shot over. Nicely played there by Natalie. This one hit up to Danica Zane. Danica Zane hits it up back towards Ariana Margarin. She slams it. She's trying to get it down. This one hit up in the air. Delran looking to play it. This one almost touches the ground. This is going to be the 3rd hit. And nicely played there by the Silver Knights.
There was a bit of a miscue just before that 3rd hit there. I feel like there might be a common theme, as Delran hasn't had the most great season in comparison to Sterling. I feel like Sterling's going to take advantage of those miscues that have happened throughout the year for the Bears to maybe get some slip-ups going.
So now Dunning's ready to serve this one for the Knights. Nicely played there by Kum Lee. And hit down by McKenna Fosbender. A lot of height in the middle of that court for the Knights. Sterling looking to do it again, as the bench just said, as Johanna Dunning's ready to serve this one away here for the Lady Knights. She hits this one in the air. Nicely played by Kum Lee. This one hit up towards the middle, ready to spike this one down. Nicely played by Zane. This one hit back up for Margarin. Margarin slams it down, and what a play there by Ariana Margarin. A ferocious slam there by number 7. A great start for her in her first playoff appearance.
She left a dent in the court with that one. Great power, something you see every time she plays.
Johanna Dunning's ready to serve this one away here for the Knights. Getting to get enough on that one. So point goes to Delran. They get their first point of the game as it's now 3-1 in favor of the Silver Knights.
It's an uncommon mistake from Dunnings, but it's bound to happen. You can't have super long runs every time. And I think she definitely is good at pursuing the ball rather than serving it and getting to there. I'd rather have her in the line where she doesn't have to do the serve and then get there.
So Malatesta going to serve it here for Delran. She spikes it over to the other side, but it's just a little too long, and Danica Zane lets that one fly right by. As it's now Sterling serve, it's going to be the junior, Abby D'Annunzio, one of the more unexpected candidates to be one of the better players this year. D'Annunzio really does a good job of not only with her personality, but on the court, definitely a great player. She gets a fire serve over, a little too hot for Delran to handle. A great start for her serving day. D'Annunzio gets one for the Lady Knights. It's 5-1.
She definitely is a hard hitter at the server spot, and I think that every time she serves, you kind of have to be anticipating a heat-seeking missile coming your way, whether it be to a player or to a blank space you got to fill.
D'Annunzio has 38 aces, was 39 after that one, but that one not being able to get over. So it's going to be 5-2 in favor of the Knights. This one looks like it's going to be Chloe White, one of the freshmen here for Delran. She hits this one over. Nicely played there by Fosbener up to Zane. This one hit back over for Isabella Scott. It's going to be a free ball here for Delran. See how they play it. They get it out to the outside. A free ball coming here for the Lady Knights. This one hit up to Dunnings, over to Scott. Scott's going to slam it. Nicely played there by Delran as they keep it over. And this one hit by Fosbener. A great heads-up IQ play there from McKenna to make this one 6-2 in favor of the Silver Knights.
They just keep coming at you with constant attack, and they're very good at playing up on the net to prevent any spikes. Even when the spike does get there, they have someone always in the middle to prevent it from going much of anywhere. Great plays all around.
So Fosbener hits this one over. Lee trying to get to it. This one hit almost back over by Delran, but they could not prevail and get the ball over. So 7-2 Lady Knights early in this first set. No big runs yet from the Lady Knights, trying to get something started here in this matchup. Fosbener with a great serve, a little too hot to handle for Delran, and Sterling trying to pull away in this one.
The Bears keep getting poked, and they do not have any reaction for the Knights thus far. I feel as though they really need to up their game because they haven't done much of anything as Delran tries to make something happen. It goes over the net, and they get a point back towards the edge there. Good play by Delran to put them back on the board, possibly get some momentum swing in the Bears' direction, making it 3-8. Sterling still up by 5.
So we're back here. The Bears looking to serve. They hit it over. D'Annunzio gets to it. Up to Margaret. Margaret looking to slam it, and she does! The boomstick. Ariana Margarin gets her another kill for the day. As it is now 9-3 in favor of the Lady Knights.
She's had as many kills today as the trade deadline has had moves. I feel like it's been constant.
So now a serve coming here for the Lady Knights. It's going to be Gabby Schmid. We just covered her brother on the soccer field. Now we're covering her inside the gymnasium. She fires this one over. Nicely played there by Delran. They hit it up. This one there for Johanna Dunnings. Rodriguez up to Dunnings. Dunnings is going to let that one go. Hit up by the Bears. The Bears trying to chip it over. Nicely played there by D'Annunzio. Dunnings trying to hit up to Rodriguez. Rodriguez gives a little poke. The Bears play it well. Bears can't get to this one, though, as Silvino trying to get up, the sophomore in the middle for Delran, but she could not get it, and now it is 10-3 in favor of the Lady Knights.
10-3 is definitely a good start for the Lady Knights. They've had a couple of points given up just by, narrowly escaping the edge. And now a point coming from the roof with a great spike from it. And, you've got the home court advantage, obviously, but they've also got an advantage of having great communication as a team, as we've seen time and time over throughout the season that we got to cover.
So Gabby Schmid, yet again to serve it, trying to go on this run for the Lady Knights. She hits this one over. It just creeps over. Kyum Lee plays it. This one goes up to the middle. Well played there by Silvino, but the Knights predicted well. This one hit up to Dunnings. Dunnings looking to get that one in. And the official ruling goes to Delran.
It was on the line, but we got some
Couple of boos
comments from the crowd.
Yeah, it's the boys soccer team who just picked up a win here in this current age of day. I don't know when everyone's going to see this, but they picked up a win.
Just today.
Yeah, they picked up a win today against Cedar Creek. That's what I was trying to say. I was trying to say their opponent. This one hit up to Margarin. Margarin gives it a nice little tap. This one hit back over by Delran. Nicely played by D'Annunzio up to Margarin. Margarin's going to spike it down, and she kills it. Ariana Margarin, a heat-seeking missile so far in this one. It's 12-4 Silver Knights.
Every time you see Margarin near the ball, it's not a matter of if it's getting spiked. It's a matter of when and where. She's got so much power, and she never fails to utilize it in the best way possible.
So now Ariana Margarin. And Ariana Margarin gets that ace for the Knights. So that's now 13-4 in favor of the Silver Knights. They're doing a great job so far here in set number 1 against the Delran Bears here on this Tuesday afternoon inside of the gymnasium. Glad to be here on this pre-recorded stream as Margarin sends this one back over for the Bears. The Bears play it well. Sterling trying to poke the bear with the sword. A little bit of a miscommunication, and Delran gets it over. This one hit up for Margarin. Margarin ready to slam this one home. Nicely played there by the Bears. The Bears trying to keep it up here. Can't get a nice touch on it. And the Lady Knights get that one.
You know, if you continue to poke a lot of Bears with swords, you're probably going to end up with a lot of kills, which you've already seen here today. Plenty of kills from this Sterling side, and that's kept the deficit of double digits pretty intact throughout the game thus far.
A nice serve there by Margarin. Creeps on over, but that one goes right out of bounds. Looks like Kyum Lee cannot get to it. And a timeout is called here by the Delran Bears. So we're going to be right back at you guys right after this timeout's over. So we're back here in the gymnasium after that short timeout, taken there by the Delran Bears, trying to regroup as this first set comes to a close, or is soon to come to a close. The Knights up 15-4. Little mention for everyone at home: if the ball hits the roof, that it only goes out if it's their third touch of the ball. So that's important to know for the people at home. Not sure the necessary rule because Sterling does have a pretty low roof. A nice serve there by Margarin. Throws the bear. And Margarin on fire in this game so far. 16-4 in favor of the Lady Knights. And she gets ready to serve this one again. The whistle blows. Margarin getting ready. Set. She jumps, serves. Gets it over towards the Bears. The Bears still trying to play it. They try and get it over, and they cannot. So 17-4 in favor of the Lady Knights here.
Been a really difficult start for the Bears. They haven't found much momentum going in their favor. With a lone 4 points, it feels as though they're in a very, large deficit that while obviously volleyball can swing very quickly, it's going to be a hard deficit to close, especially because Knights are already 8 points away from winning set 1 very quickly.
So Ariana Margarin ready to serve this one once again. She gets it over. Nicely played there by Delran, but they cannot get it back up. And the score increases to 18-4.
I feel like there's been a lot of panic in some of the players on this Bears side. Delran has not been able to really support each other with communication. Some of the hits have not been going to many other teammates. But that hit goes right, miles off of the court there. That's kind of the curse that comes with power. You got to really know when to control it and when then to let loose. It's all about angles and using the power correctly. And it just, after a really nice run, the luck runs out, the power runs out, and it goes way too far.
So Isabel Silvino ready to serve this one here, and that one just trickles over out of bounds. Zane getting subbed out here for Fosbenner. Janelli Rodriguez going to be the one to serve here. The whistle blows, and Janelli hits this one up. Well played here by the Delran Bears. They're trying to get it over, and they cannot. So Sterling with a 20-5 advantage here in this first set. 5 points away from clinching this first set glory against the Delran Bears. Janelle Rodriguez hits this one over. Nicely played by Delran. Fosbender sends it right back over, and a little unexpected there from the Bears. This is now 21-5.
And as they continue to inch closer to a first set win, the Knights, obviously they know they have the advantage, but that does not mean you take the advantage for granted. You still got to play with the same intensity you came out with when it was 0-0.
So Janelle Rodriguez hits this one over. Played here by Delran Bears. They're trying to get it over, and they do. So a free ball here for the Lady Knights. This one hit up towards Fosbender. Fosbender's going to slam it home. McKenna Fosbender, the killer in the middle. It's now 22-5.
Seen a lot of hits and shots go through people's arms trying to defend it today. We saw one with Rafael Bautista's header through the arms of Santiago for Cedar Creek. And now through the arms into another point, and then another one. They keep stacking on 2 points away before the end of the first set here.
Speaking of Cedar Creek, they're the 1 seed in this volleyball bracket here. So definitely something to look out for. Always been a really good volleyball program throughout the years, and gets the 1 seed in this tournament.
Their seeding had a 1 in their name in soccer, too.
Yeah. So now, 24-5. For the first set, Janelle Rodriguez ready to set this serve and take this one away. Janelle gets it over, and that one hits the ground. A great first set by the Lady Knights. They dominate the Delran Bears 25-5. As we're going to go to break here, we'll be right back at you in just a couple of minutes. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Sterling Channel 19 as we are back here with some second set action between the Sterling Silver Knights and the Delran Bears. And we're happy to be back here after a very dominant first set, where Sterling won 25-5 over the Delran Bears, simply just outplaying. Ariana Margarin was an absolute beast from behind, also along the sides as well. And Sterling looking to continue this momentum into the second set, trying to put away the Bears and give them the tranquilizer to get past this first round. If Sterling were to win this first round, they would either go against Lacey or Cinnaminson. Cinnaminson, a very familiar opponent for the Lady Knights. They faced them twice this year and have beat them twice. So it's going to be very interesting to see what will happen if they go against them in the playoffs.
Yeah, I definitely think that that's one of the matchups that if it is to occur, it's going to be one of the more highly watched ones. It's a very interesting one, and I would be very excited to call it again because the past couple of times we've seen it, it's been, first of all, a great turnout for the Lady Knights, but also it's been pretty solid competition. It hasn't been like super one-sided, even if the result set-wise would say otherwise. The actual scores of those sets were pretty close.
Well, this is great time to tell you, Max, you'll be alone on that call because I will not be here.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So you will have a fun game to watch, either whether or not it's Lacey or Cinnaminson going against the Lady Knights, if they can take set 2 here, or set 3 if it gets to it. Delran playing this one up, ready to send this one the other way. This one nicely played here by the Lady Knights. This one hit up for Ariana Margarin. Margarin sends this one over, and that one goes right out of bounds.
It is a good attempt. It was near the line, but it just wasn't, it was a little bit too hard. And I feel like that is, again, the kind of blessing and a curse you get with someone with the power that this team has.
So Margarin's shot goes a little out of bounds, and Delran gets their first lead of the game. This one being taken here by Vennard. Vennard gets this one over. Nicely played by Zane, and that one goes out. Scott can't get it. So it's 2-0. Delran has the lead over the Lady Knights. They're, again, their first lead of the first and second set. Thank you all for joining us. I'm Daniel Leakin, joined by Max Zubak and Casey Luna on the camera. This one hit up by Dunnings. Over towards Zane. Up towards Fosbender. A free ball over here for Delran. This one hit up. Nicely played there by Margarin. Dunnings hits this one up for Scott. Scott using her offhand, and that one goes out of bounds. So now 3-0 in favor of the Delran Bears.
Delran has been a little more patient this second set. They've been kind of a little more observant, looking for where exactly to play it and where to let it go. They haven't been too ambitious, and I think it's been playing out very well in their favor early in the set, too.
A great server. Vennard has done a great job as well. Margarin sends this one over. Nicely played by the Bears. This one hit over from D'Annunzio. Nicely played again by the Bears. And they're out for some blood here in this second set. The Bears playing well. This one does hit the net, though. A little bit of an announcer's jinx in favor of the Lady Knights to make this one 3-1. Sterling looking to come back here in the second set.
It's the best kind of announcer's jinx, the one that benefits your side. And I definitely believe that the Knights with just 1 point can turn that into 10, can turn it to 20. We've seen it before, and I think they really get, on these hot streaks, and they look to do it every time they get into that serving spot.
This one hit out of bounds and in favor of the Lady Knights to make this one 3-2. In favor of the Delran Bears. Abby D'Annunzio ready to serve this one here for the Lady Knights. Well hit into the defensive, or excuse me, in the back line for the Bears. This one kept up from D'Annunzio. Over to Margarin. Margarin, it's a bit of a rough set there from Dunnings and hits it over. This one trying to get back over to the other side by Fosbenner, but it stays on the Sterling side. So now 4-2 in favor of the Delran Bears.
It's a very solid effort to try and get it on the other side by Fosbenner, who's been pretty, consistent in doing that, but it just doesn't end up working out that time around.
So now a serve coming here by Malatesta. She gets ready. Coxon fires. Kept up by Zane over to Margarin. Margarin ready to slam this one home, and the Firecracker almost got home, but this one kept up by the Bears. Dunnings, Scott, Margarin, and she slams that one home. Boom goes the dynamite, and that one, no question about it. It's now 4-3 in favor of the Delran Bears.
Margarine, she brings the boom, and it's consistent. I feel like I had never seen a game where she hasn't had at least a few of those plays.
Whoa!
Trick shot there.
I think the entire gymnasium reacted the same way. What?
Whoa!
Whoa! Yeah.
It's like doing the wave. Right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Kay's going to look back on this and be like, what are they talking about?
They're talking about awesome topics.
Yeah. So Fosbenner gets yet another serve on the other side. Sterling taking their first lead of this second set, resulting in Fosbenner doing a great job serving. Fosbenner, Coxon fires, gets it over to the Delran side, and that one gets past Surprise Cooper.
Now that Delran's lost the lead, they're losing some composure as well. They're not being as smart with the plays. I feel like she didn't have to play that one. She went for a hit that was a little unnecessary, or at least the wrong type. She didn't have to go for a set. She could hit with a bump, maybe in a bit of position for the Bears there.
So Fosbenner gets this one over. Well played there by the Bears. The Bears trying to keep it up. Gets it over to the Sterling backline. Well played by Fosbenner. Up to D'Annunzio. D'Annunzio fires and doesn't get enough on that shot.
It's definitely a tough situation. Just wasn't ready to have to go for a kill there. And it ends up leading in another Delran point to keep the second set close early on.
So now a serve coming here for the Bears. Looks like Chloe White is going to take it from pretty far back. She jumps and serves. This one hit back towards Margarin, and a very nice play there from Margarin as this one's hit up towards Rodriguez. Rodriguez keeps it on the other side. She stuffs Silvino, making this one 7-5 in favor of the Lady Knights. Scott subbed out for Gabby Schmid now, as Gabby Schmid is going to take this serve for the Lady Knights.
At the end of that last play, Rodriguez was looking for maybe if there was any net infraction. There was not. Clean play, and another point for the Knights to add on.
And Schmid serves that one into the net.
My water bottle makes an appearance.
It's Delran looking to get something started here. Andrade going to take it for the Bears. This one, well played there by D'Annunzio. This one hit over by Dunnings. And surprise, surprise, Johanna Dunnings with a little bit of a trick shot there to get that one into the back line. And Delran is now down by 2. It is 8-6. A pretty good showing here for the Lady Knights. This is a big playoff run for them. They have the potential to go all the way. This team very high-powered in all facets, and that one hitting the ground. So 9-6, Sterling leads over the Delran Bears. They won the first set 25-5. Do it again. Ariana, do it again is very right as Margarin fires this one into the back line. Well played there by Cooper. Delran keeps this one up. This one creeps into the back line. Well played by Zane. Dunnings up to Margarin. Margarin ready to fire this one. Cooper plays it well. A free ball over for the Lady Knights. This one up to Dunnings. Dunnings up to Schmid. Schmid's going to send this one over. Played well by Cooper, but Delran can try and get it, and they cannot.
The chant said do it again, and boy, did they listen. They get double digits before Delran for the second set in a row here. However, this one's a little closer, as the Bears only got to score 5 last time around. They've already beaten that threshold. And I definitely think Delran has had a lot more composure this second set. Obviously, it kind of been deteriorating, but like plays like that, they were playing on those before, and now they're letting them go. They're learning to kind of let the play flesh itself out only if need be.
So now it's Delran's serve time. So looks like Catherine Harper is going to be the one to take it. Hits the ball down a few times, ready to serve this one away here for the Bears. She gets it over to Rodriguez. Rodriguez trying to hit it up towards Dunning. She can't get all of it, so it's now 10-8 in favor of the Lady Knights.
I feel like the Lady Knights kind of, again, got some confidence from the win of the first set being pretty convincing, but they're letting them second set kind of escape, lead-wise, and I feel like they need to play with a little more composure than confidence, and they do it right there.
Ariana Margarin, yet again, saying her name plenty of times in this one. It's been the Bear kryptonite so far. It's now 11-8 in favor of the Lady Knights. Janelle Rodriguez is going to be the one to serve it here for the girls. She gets ready to serve this one away. Gets a good touch on it, and just a little in front of Silva. She couldn't make the correct adjustment. Let's make this one 12-8 in favor of the Lady Knights. Rodriguez
has been quietly one of the better servers for this team. I feel like we talk about other people in the serving spot, but don't sleep on Janelle Rodriguez when she's back there.
Yeah, and there's another for Janelle Rodriguez, her second in a row, second ace.
Pocket aces is always what you want to hear, no matter what context.
Looking for 3 of them. But this one well played there by the Bears. This one hit up. Dunnings plays it over to Fosbender. Fosbender up. Delran still trying to keep it in front, and a nice play there by Isabel Silvino. Getting a little touch in the soft spot of that Sterling side. Making this one 13-9 in favor of the Lady Knights. And the serve will be taken by Surprise Cooper.
A very nice serve there. There's
Cooper went before the whistle. So Surprise Cooper gets the whistle, ready to serve this one here for the Bears. Throws it up, fires it. And that one hits the ceilings. That one going in favor of the Lady Knights.
Paper makes an appearance.
Yeah. Johanna Dunnings ready to serve this one away here for the Lady Knights. As she does, gets all of it, but that one going out of bounds. So this one now being served here by Kennedy Vennard. Dunnings hitting it up for Fosbender, up towards D'Annunzio. D'Annunzio fires it, and that one stays in. Abby D'Annunzio, what a shot there. A great job from 2-9. This is now 15-10 in favor of the Lady Knights.
That was a great play, luring the whole Delran Bears team over to one side. D'Annunzio shoots it right across to the other corner. Great coordination and great play. Great kill by D'Annunzio.
D'Annunzio gets this one back over. This one pokes into that Sterling defensive side, and it looks like none of the Lady Knights were even ready for it. This is now 15-11 in favor of Sterling.
Bit of a returning of the favor from last play. The team, this time being Lady Knights, kind of got drawn to one side, and it led to a point scored for Delran. This set being a lot closer as the teams kind of learning each other and fleshing out the game plan as it goes on.
Malatesta gets this one to Margaret. Margaret gets it back from Dunnings, and she fires it. Played well by the Bears. And that one trickles over. The Bears doing a great job in this second set, fighting back against the Knights. A lot of pokes from the Knights with the swords, but the Bears still staying alive here. 15-12 the score here in the second set. Malatesta yet with another serve, and that one goes out of bounds. So the Lady Knights will get another point to make this one 16-12.
It's been a lot more of a contest because these two teams have been fleshing out how to counteract how the other team has been playing throughout that first set. And I feel like Delran realized they're going to need to play a lot more calm to get the best of Sterling here.
Fosbender serves this one away here for the Lady Knights. as Delran hits this one up. Played well. Dunnings up to Schmid. Schmid hits it, trying to go cross side. That one just gets out of bounds.
It was a nice attempt, but it was just a little farther than the corner. And I don't necessarily believe that was the goal. I think the goal was definitely to play a little closer and just didn't end up working out. A little too much power on that one leads to another point. It's been a pretty common theme. Too much power leading to a point for the other team here.
Oh, and Dunnings can't get the right touch on it. So the Bears still crawling back right now, 17-14, as this game has progressed.
Obviously, it gets, a lot harder to keep track if you are in such a close game. The pressure does add on, but you have to ignore that pressure till you're out of the lead. I feel like the pressure doesn't come until the lead's gone.
So now this one fired over. Well played there by Margaret. Dunnings up to Margaret. Margaret ready to fire that one. Ariana Margaret absolutely on fire in this contest. 18-14, the Knights lead.
And I feel like a lot of the substitutions that have been going on for this Sterling side have really not affected the quality of the team so much as just the replenishing of the quality that was already there. And I definitely think that they have utilized just how balanced all the players' skill levels are to the best of their abilities as they continue to manage the team well. And Sterling continues to thrive underneath of this management. Bit of an infraction there going to be called.
A double touch called on Janelle Rodriguez. A little bit unhappy with the call herself. The ref up top called it, but now the serve being taken here by number 24, Emmanuel Andrade. Looks like she didn't stay on the line, so it looks like the point will go to the Lady Knights.
Carmelo Hayes won that serve against Andrade there.
So now it's Ariana Margaret. 19-15 the score here. First round of the playoffs between the Delran Bears and the Sterling Silver Knights as she gets that one out. And it's now 20-15.
We've seen 20-15 before in set one, and that led. Well, I guess we've seen it before. It was 20 to 5. 20 to 5. We saw 5 on one side and 20 on the other before. And
so Sterling wins this set. They will go on to play either Lacey or Cinnaminson in the next round. And that'll be Thursday. But right now, Ariana Margaret on fire. And timeout taken here by the Delran Bears. We'll be right back at you after this short break. So we're back here. 4 points to go here for the Lady Knights to try and win this one over the Bears, 21-15 at the moment. Margaret gets this one over. Delran pops it up. That one hits the ceiling, but Delran plays it well. They try and get it over, but they cannot. It's now 22-15, 3 points away from moving on into the second round. As I mentioned before, Sterling would either go against Lacey or Cinnaminson. Cinnaminson, a very familiar opponent to these girls, so it would be a very fun matchup this upcoming Thursday to watch. This one hit up by the Bears. The Bears keep it up. This one over to the Lady Knights side, play well. This one gets back to Gabby Schmid. Gabby Schmid fires it. Delran pops it up. They lose it in the ceiling. This one well played here by the Bears. They keep it up, but that one cannot go. 23-15 the score with about, well, there's no more time left, but only 2 points to go here for the Lady Knights to try and get this second set victory and the match victory over the Delran Bears.
They've definitely shown a lot of signs of being just the better composed and communicative team in comparison to Delran, as it continues to show here.
Whistle called. It looks like a net infraction hit on Delran, so that one's going to go in favor of the Lady Knights. We are 1 point away here from a match victory, and moving on in the playoffs here, it's going to be Ariana Margaret. Of course, that's Ariana Margaret to take it here for the Lady Knights. 24-15 the score. Margaret ready to fire this one over. This one played by the Bears. That one hit out of bounds. Then the Lady Knights have won. 25-15 the score of the second set. 25-5 the score of the first. And the Lady Knights get it done against the Delran Bears. What a match.
It's a wonderful one to watch. They took advantage of Delran's shortcomings in the fact that just they really weren't able to communicate with each other well enough. They weren't kind of playing impulsively on the ball when they didn't need to, could have let it go out. And it led to a couple, well, second, obviously a little bit harder than the first. Some good sets. And I think that Sterling can go into the next round with a lot of momentum, whether they play Cinnaminson or Lacey after a game like that.
So we'll be right back at you with a post game after this we'll get back to you in just a couple of short seconds. So we're back here after Sterling takes this big playoff victory over Delran. The first set, 25-5. The second set, 25-15. We're here with a couple of the seniors. First, Johanna Dunningston. Johanna, I mean, coming in this game, Delran definitely not similar to you in record-wise, but you guys came in, took care of business. How does it feel to be able to move on to the next round?
It feels great. I'm ready to go the next round, honestly.
So you mean you guys definitely have your work cut out for you in the next round, either Lacey or a very familiar opponent in Cinnaminson. I mean, how does it feel to go against, if the seeding works out in the favorites position, to go against such a familiar team like Cinnaminson?
I mean, we played them twice already. We won both times, but we play them every season, and it's usually the same players, so it's familiar, and I hope that we're able to capitalize on that.
So a little bit of a new rotation, I mean, new coaching and a new scheme this year, and to get it under control in the playoffs. How does it feel to get out a big dominant first win in the playoffs?
It feels great. Usually we either have a bye first round or we just kind of fall off, so it's really great for us to start off like this.
I appreciate you coming on, Joe. Thank you very much. Next, I'm going to have McKenna Fosbender, and I mean, basically the same questions I asked Joe. I mean, new scheme, you got some new personnel as well, and coming into the playoffs, get your feet wet and get a big win. How's it feel?
It feels great. I mean, we worked really hard to get here through the whole season, and I think it really reflects in how we played today.
And I mean, again, looking forward, you guys are either going to go against Lacey or Cinnaminson. And again, Cinnaminson, someone you guys are very familiar with here. And I mean, how does it feel to go against such a big division opponent in the playoffs?
I mean, it's good because we already played them and we beat them twice, so we know how they play and we kind of know what to expect, but we still have to show up and bring it our all.
And a little bit of insight on what's going on in maybe like practices and stuff. Are you guys taking it one game at a time, or are you guys looking further than that?
I'd say we're definitely looking further than that. I mean, we have big expectations for this season.
That's very well put. Thank you, McKenna, for coming on. Last, certainly not least, Danica. I mean, good to see you back here on the post game, and I mean, a great game for you guys. You guys came out, absolutely beat Delran, and I mean, how does it feel to get that first playoff win under your guys' belts?
It feels amazing. It definitely gets us ready for each game to come, because like one win just like it makes a whole difference. So yeah.
And again, I mean, you guys have your work cut out for you guys, either Lacey or Cinnaminson, and you guys are definitely familiar with Cinnaminson. Not as familiar with Lacey, though. So what is the strategy in practices for preparing for either one of those teams?
We just got to show out. Every practice, I feel like we're already working hard, and so I think we're ready for either team. And yeah.
And I mean, again, new coaching personnel, new scheming, and definitely a new confident group of girls. And I mean, looking towards the future, are you guys, or do you think you guys are prepared for whatever is thrown at you guys?
Yeah, we're a really good team. We're all really we are all so together, and we play together really well. And I think that we could make it far if we try hard enough.
I appreciate you coming on, Danica. Thank you very much. And last, but certainly not least, Coach Brennan. And I mean, such a big win for you guys today. And I'm sure as a coach, first-year head coach, it's good to you to get that first playoff win under your belt. A big sigh of relief moving forward, but definitely road's not done. How does it feel to get the first one under your belt?
It feels good. We didn't know anything about this team other than their record, and we always go in every game as if we play our game and play the best we can, and the outcome will be in our favor. And we did that set one, and then we kind of got lazy set two. But we have some work to do at practice, and we know what we need to do for the next round now.
So bridging on the second half of my opening statement to you, definitely have your work cut out for you as the time goes on. You guys are definitely either going to go against Cinnaminson or Lacey, and then if you guys get past that, you guys have Cedar Creek. So definitely a long road ahead for you guys as the 4th seed. But how do you feel about the squad you guys are rolling in with and the girls on the court?
I feel confident. I think if any team can do it, it's this team. They give 100%. They know what they're capable of, and they stick with teams that are better than them. And I think that we've proven that in our schedule this year. We've proven that with our the games we had that were very competitive teams. They never gave up. They fought for every point, and I think that if and when we make it to that Cedar Creek game, it's going to be a really exciting match, and I think it's going to be a good volleyball game.
Yeah, we're really excited here at Sterling Channel 19 to hear about it. And I mean, Coach Brennan, you guys have taken such a big leap, and getting in this position, being the 4th seed, similar to a lot of the other teams here on campus, being the 4th seed and now taking a big round 1 victory over the Bears. What does this mean for you as a head coach, first year, to get this far in the playoffs? I
come in every day, and I don't have to do much because the girls, they always have each other's backs, and they give 100%, and they're in it to win. So it makes my life easy. And even though like I am hard on them, I know what they're capable of. They know what they're capable of, and they see that when they watch back Huddle film or when we watch back film. And it's a great group of girls. So it means a lot to me, and I enjoy coaching them.
I appreciate you coming on, Miss Brennan. Thank you very much. And that's going to do it here at the gymnasium. Sterling takes the win. First set 25-5, second set 25-15. I'm Daniel Leakin saying so long for right now. And as always,
Go Knights!